morning. So if you can hear my voice, good morning. So if you can hear my voice, it's between. I want to make it love, baby. I want to make it love, baby. This is what we were talking about. This is a typical good song. This is a typical chill out. Good song if you really want to chill out. Wake up, everybody! FKR Radio, you're listening to it live. Wake up, everybody! FKR Radio, you're listening to it above your heads. I am great 1,300 feet above your heads. Great helium drone Pirate Bullhorn Radio. Fuck Space Dragon. Pirate Bullhorn Radio. Anyways, I'm looking down at you little specks. Let me tell you. Fire down there. Anyways, I'm looking down at you little specks. I've been getting some shit. Fire down there. About my comments about John Halcyon. Let me tell you something. I've been getting some shit about my comments about John Halcyon. Let me tell you something. Period. Fuck does not. I don't hate John Halcyon. Period. And I didn't say John Halcyon wasn't a burner. John Halcyon. Okay. I didn't say John Halcyon wasn't a burner. What I said was simple. Probably better burner than I. That's all I said. What I said was simple. He's a slow learner. I'm not implying that he's dumb or anything else. I'm just saying he's a victim of the hippie culture. I'm not implying that he's dumb or anything else. I'm saying he's a victim of the hippie culture. He hasn't just quite figured out you shouldn't be encouraging. He hasn't just quite figured out you shouldn't be encouraging partygoers. Promoting party behavior. You shouldn't be promoting party behavior. You shouldn't be promoting festive out towards the public. Intent. It's real simple. Out towards the public. So John forgets to remind people about the art. To be artists. John forgets to remind people about the art. Try to say something. To be artists. To actually Burning Man as an opportunity. Try to say something. It's a temporary. Use Burning Man as an opportunity. It's a temporary experiment, which means our most gross, our most net product, gross. What everyone can see is our creative expression. What everyone can see. And so many people in this community just think visually. They just think so many people in this community just think visually. They don't think in what ends up on the fucking can. They don't think in terms of. They don't think sound. They don't think of terms of texture. They don't think in terms of sociology. Think of terms of texture. They just think of completely oblivious to all the other opportunities of ways. Completely oblivious to all the other opportunities of ways of creating themselves. That. They imagine when you bring default things to Burning Man, that when you bring default things to Burning Man, that it's perfectly decorate them in sprinklies and sparkles and bright colors, and decorate them in sprinklies and sparkles and party sync stuff, and that just doesn't represent the default world, which is very serious. And that just doesn't represent the default world, which is very serious. And I think that polar opposite. It represents participation. It's like, and of course, the same level of participation that 6-year-olds go through. My 6-year-old daughter, the same level of participation that 6-year-olds go through. The same 6-year-old daughter participates exactly when she dresses up like glitter and dances around the living room like a fairy. When she dresses up like glitter and dances around the living room like a fairy. And so this kind of default use of Burning Man as just an escapist place. This kind of default use of Burning Man as just an escapist place. The realities of your work, escape the default world. The realities of your work. Everybody has a dead relative. Everyone's got a story. Everybody lost a limb and a dead relative. Okay? Everybody lost a limb and mother didn't appreciate them. Everyone's got a fucking sad story. Mother didn't appreciate them. If you're going to go to Burning Man, everyone's got a fucking sad story. If you're going to go to Burning Man, realize 3 things. The core of this community is artist workers. The core go to Burning Man community is to make sure people who go to Burning Man there is creative expression going on. That there's artwork happening. Creative expression going on. That you find an opportunity happening. A week. That you find an opportunity to be something a week other than who you are. To be something. Be the most amazing. Be ultra other than who you are. I'm ultra me. Be the most amazing. Be ultra yourself. Ultra me. I'm ultra me during the. And I make sure that I'm ultra. Find a way of expressing that to every single person that I meet. I find a way of expressing that to every single person that I meet. My version of my awesome self. You're immersed. Whatever that self is. My version of my awesome self. Whatever that self is. And I guarantee it has nothing to do with being in a costume. It doesn't have nothing to do with being in a costume. 3 reasons. Number 1, I dress at Burning Man for 3 reasons. Number 1, there's burns the living shit out of people out there. And a lot of you people just burns the living shit out of people out there. You're so happy to be nude. A lot of you people just can't figure that out. You're so happy to be nude. You think that's defaultness, that just being the opposite of what you do at home. You think that's defaultness, that just being the opposite of what you do at home. And it's a base for that. I mean, that's freshman participation. And it's a base for that. Realizing there are other opportunities to express. You should be realizing there are other opportunities to express. You could design a relationship new character based on yourself that expresses what you do as a new character based on yourself. So you're my voice. You could do these things. You don't have to dress like every 6-year-old I know. You could do these things. You don't have to dress like every 6-year-old I know. At a Halloween party, we're talking about. Number 2, I wear clothing. Escapism, and this is because number 2, I wear clothing. Good song because if people need to be around me long enough, and you realize real quickly the costume is around me long enough, you realize real quickly the costume. Number 3, I don't want to touch you people. I know you love that. Number 3, I don't want to touch you people. I know you guys love. Wake up, everybody! FKO Radio, you're listening to it live. I am 1,300 feet above your heads. But great helium drum bling shit. But don't fucking touch me. Entire bullhorn radio. So don't fucking touch my spread some fucko on you. And you don't want fucko to hug me. I'm looking down. You might feel the urge to go around your fire down. You might hug me. In 5 minutes, I don't feel the urge to go around your causing unsettling. Let me tell you something. You might start causing unsettling to happen. You might stop partying altogether. Unexpected. I don't building some art. You might stop partying altogether. And I didn't say John building some art. Something that expresses your soul. Better burner than I am. Insanity. What I said was simple. And then burn that shit on Saturday. That's all I said. Then you participate. And I'm not implying that he's dumb or anything else. You'd be worried about your victim of a hippie culture. You wouldn't be worried about your photographs. That's all. He's just worried about. Quite figured out you shouldn't be encouraging to be there. Inventing a new project with Tim Burning. You're supposed to be there inventing a new project. Promoting party behavior shouldn't be. Grow every year. Reinvent different projects. Fucking grow every year. For fun. Try to recycle. Don't I don't give a shit. Try to recycle. I don't give a shit. If you guys pretend, John forgets to remind people, but if you guys pretend videos, to actually try to say beautiful drone videos, use Burning Man as an peaceful and happy. It's a temporary impression experiment. Peaceful reggae in the river. Everybody gets the impression that we're charging people money so they can get together and charging people money so they can get together and have big. Disneyland for adults is the worst description of Burning Man. What everyone can see is our creative expression. It's the world's greatest. It's the worst. And so many people, it's in this community just exists with or without Burning Man. It comes together. What's kind of neat is that we have without Burning Man, so that community. What's kind of neat is that we have radical art, so that community texture. They don't think of radical art, sociology, do something. They just normally completely oblivious to all the other opportunities that normally just can't be done on their own. I can't build a Burning Man. I can't just imagine that I can build a trash can when you bring default things to a trash can for politically acceptable so that opportunity is unique. But I can decorate them in so that opportunity is unique. But to say something that not to dress up like party same stuff, but to say something just doesn't represent the default world. Same. So what I suggest about John is that John's a sweet dude. So what I suggest is about John, the hippies are great. John showed up, and of course they're all wonderful. Happy to have some women among us. It's the same level of participation. Happy to have some women among us. But my 6-year-old daughter is kind of neat. But also at the same time, these guys same way, so that was kind of neat. But also at the same time, she dresses up like glitter and dances around the living room like fairies. And they're not into building shit.
Oh, look how happy you are!
They just dress up. And so this kind of default use of Burning Man is just accepting us. And then so just a place to. And then the ravers showed up. And then realities of your world. And then the ravers showed up. Ravers showed up. Everybody has a dead relative. Ravers showed up first. And then the festies. Everybody lost a limb and not. And then the festies started showing up. Everybody's festies. Mother didn't appreciate them. And so now everyone's got a fucking sad story, and it's fine. If you're gonna go to Burning Man, realize 3 things, please. Please, you need to go to Burning Man and camp. RVs, big meals cooked for them, air-conditioned RVs, giant Burning Man steel kitchen sure, giant creative expression going on. And nobody has to sleep on the fucking bus no more. You find an opportunity to sleep on the fucking bus no more. When you could not find your tent, some of us remember the days other than who you not find your tent. Be the most amazing. Be ultra yourself. Ultra me. I'm ultra me during the morning move. I'm ultra me. I'm not saying to make sure that I find a way of expressing that to every single person that I meet. The minute you finally get rid of the fucking, you're immersed. My version is my awesome self. Finally, whatever that finally going. I guarantee you, finally, we're gonna be left with. It doesn't have nothing to do with being in a costume. What we're gonna be left with. So John, I love you. At Burning Man for 3 reasons. I love all your followers. So John, I love you. Something called the fucking sun. I love all your followers. And I hope you guys burns the living shit out of people out there. A lot of you people just can't figure that out. You're so happy to be news. Burning Man is dead because over. Do you think that's the fault? Burning Man is just being the opposite of what you do at home. Being watched by the federalities. Participating famous boys, you gotta hang. And it's a base for that. I mean, that's freshman. So this is FKO Radio. You should be taking. Listen to it 6 to 8 a.m. FKO Radio. You're listening to a 6 to 8 a.m. 6-3. You can design a completely new character. 3 to 6. Good morning. You're listening to. So if you can hear my noise, it's between. You could do these things. You don't have to dress like every 6-year-old I know. I want to make Halloween party. This is what we're talking about. And number 2, I wear clothing. This is because this is a typical. People need to be good song if you really want to. And if you're out, if you're around me long enough, you realize real quickly the costume is designed to prank you. And number 3, I don't want to touch you people. I know you love that skin contact. I know you guys
wake up, everybody.
Love the smile.
FKO Radio, you're listening to it live.
Hunting.
I am 1,300 feet above your heads.
Well,
but great helium drone blimp ship,
hippie diseases. So don't
Space
fucking
Dragon,
touch me.
Pirate Bullhorn Radio.
You don't want fucko diseases.
Cold up here.
I might spread some fucko on you. You might.
Anyways,
you might hug me, and 5 minutes later, feel the urge to go around your campmates.
Hey,
start unsettling.
I've been getting some shit
and causing unseriousness.
Let me tell you something.
You might start acting unexpectedly. In fact, you might stop partying altogether.
So I don't hate building
John Halcyon. Something that expresses
say John
Halcyon
every other
human being on the planet. While you're there,
probably better burn it than
burn that shit on Saturday.
What I said was simple.
Fucking go home.
Slow learner. That's all I said.
And then you participate.
I'm not implying that he's dumb or anything else. I'm just saying he's
worried about
hippie culture.
You wouldn't be worried about.
That's all. He
hasn't quite figured out. You shouldn't be
encouraging.
You're supposed to be
party
there,
goers
inventing a new project every single fucking.
You shouldn't be
promoting party behavior.
You shouldn't be promoting.
Grow every year. For fuck's sake, you should have a different project every fucking year. And try to recycle. Who gives a shit? Or don't. I don't give a shit. So it's real simple. But if you guys pretend to get on Burning Man and show these beautiful drone videos, actually try to make try to say something. Gently being gentle and peaceful. It's a temporary. Everybody gets the impression that we're fucking reggae in the river and we're just a community, charging people money so they can just get together and have be together. Gross playground. Disneyland for adults is the worst description. What everyone can see. Is our creative expression. It's the world's greatest. And so many people in this community just think together. We exist with or without Burning Man. What's kind of neat is that we have Burning Man so that community, sound, and then radical art think of terms of texture. They don't think of terms of sociality. And do something that completely oblivious to be done on other opportunities of ways to creatively express themselves. At home. That I can build at Burning Man. They imagine burn that. Trash can when you bring default things to Burning Man, that it's perfectly acceptable as long as you costume that opportunity is unique. Decorate them in sprinklers and sparkles. Not to dress up like it's fucking Halloween, but to say something that I feel is party-centric stuff. For that, and that just doesn't represent the default world, which is very serious. And so what I suggested about John was that John represents, and they're all wonderful, and all the hippies are great. When they showed up, we were happy to have some women amongst us. It's the same level of participation as 6-year-old artists around. My 6-year-old daughter. So that was kind of neat. But also at the same way show up with their own, work ethic. When she dresses up like glitter, dances around the living room like a show up, and they just like to dress up. Oh, look how happy! They just expect everybody should be. And so this kind of default use of Burning Man as just an escapist place, and then place to escape. And then the ravers showed up. The reality showed up. Work or whatever. Who gives a shit? Maybe the ravers showed up first, and then it was everybody has a dead relative. And then everybody lost a limb and showing up in the 50s. Oh, you guys are amazing. Everybody's amazed. That's the mother didn't appreciate them. Everyone's got a fucking sad story. But if you're gonna go to Burning Man, go to Burning Man and camp, please, big money and sleep in the core of this community is artists for them. There's people who go to Burning Man, stainless steel make shit, and there is creative expression going on. That there's nobody has to sleep on the fucking dust no more. You find an opportunity. My friends, some of us remember the days when you could not find attend, you simply just slept. Other than who you are, people pick be the most amazing. Be ultra yourself. Ultra me. I'm ultra me during the Burning Man. I'm ultra. Ultra was a beautiful thing. Anyways, I'm gonna make sure that it's better in the old days. Find a way of expressing that to every single person that I meet. So the minute you run up to me, finally getting rid of you're immersed in my version of my awesome self. And we're finally that self. Finally, I guarantee you, the end of these fucking festivals. And what we're going to be left with has nothing to do with being in a costume of Burning Man. I dress at Burning Man for 3 reasons. Number one, all your followers. There's something called the fucking sun. Hippie shit. And it burns the living shit out of people out there. A lot of you people just can't figure that out. You're so happy to be nude and run around with Burning Man is dead. It's over. You think that's being watched by the federal? Just being the opposite of what you do at home is participation. Make it famous, boys. And it's a base for that. I mean, that's freshman participation. So this is FKO Radio. Realizing you're listening to a 6 to a.m. Express your relationship with clothing.
3 to 6.
You could design a completely new character based on yourself that expresses what you give a shit about. You know, you could do these things. You don't have to dress like every 6-year-old I know at a Halloween party. Okay, that's escapism. And number 2, I wear clothing because people need to be warned that I'm going to prank them. And if you're around me long enough, you realize real quickly the costume is designed to prank people. And number 3, I don't want to touch you people. I know you love that skin-to-skin contact. I know you guys love being with each other, and you love the smiles. And a lot of you are just, sex hunting, and that's questionable as well. But I don't want to catch your fucking hippie diseases, so don't fucking touch me, man. And you don't want fucko diseases. I might spread some fucko on you. You might hug me, and 5 minutes later feel the urge to go around to your campmates and start unsettling them, and causing unseriousness to happen. You might start acting unexpectedly. In fact, you might stop partying altogether and just start building some artwork. Something that expresses your soul to every other human being on the planet while you're there at Burning Man. And then burn that shit on Saturday. And then fucking go home and go, what the fuck was that? And then you'd be participating. You wouldn't be worried about your photographs. You wouldn't be worried about, do you have the right pink skirt? You're just fucking, you're supposed to be there inventing a new project every single fucking year. Reinventing an expression of yourself. Fuck, you grow every year. For fuck's sake, you should have a different project every fucking year. And try to recycle. Who gives a shit? Or don't recycle. I don't give a shit. I don't really care. Who gives a fuck? But if you guys pretend to get on Burning Man and show these beautiful drone videos of Burning Man and everybody's, gently being gentle and peaceful and happy, and everybody gets the impression that we're fucking reggae in the river and we're just charging people money so they can just get together and be together. Like a playground. And Disneyland for adults is the worst description of Burning Man, period, end of story. It's the worst. It's the world's greatest art community that comes together. We exist, with or without Burning Man. But what's kind of neat is that we have Burning Man so that community, the radical art community, can actually get together in masse and do something that normally just can't be done on our own. I can't build projects at home that I can build at Burning Man. I can't just burn a trash can full of pennies in my front yard without the cops showing up. But I can do this at Burning Man, and so that opportunity is unique. I take that opportunity not to dress up like it's fucking Halloween, but to say something that I feel is worth saying for that week, and then something that could be said. And so what I suggested about John was that John's a sweet dude, and they're all wonderful, and all the hippies are great. When they showed up, we were happy to have some women amongst us, because there are very few women artists around. And so that was kind of neat. But also at the same time, these guys show up with their own, work ethos, and they're not into building shit. Hippies just show up and they just like to dress up and they take over. They just expect everybody should be accepting of their hippie ways. And we bathe, motherfucker. And then the ravers showed up, and then when the ravers showed up, that was even worse. Maybe the ravers showed up first, and then it was the hippies. I can't remember which. And then the festies started showing up, and the festies, you guys are amazing, just amazing. That's the RV culture in its prime. And so now we got all these people who just pay, they don't even go to Burning Man and camp. They just pay big money and sleep in air-conditioned RVs, and they have all their meals cooked for them in big, giant stainless steel kitchens and shit. And everybody just thinks that's fucking cool as shit. Nobody has to sleep on the fucking dust no more. My friends, some of us remember the days when you could not find your tent and you simply just slept out in the open, and people picked you up in the morning like morning moop. And it was a beautiful thing. Anyway, I'm not saying it was better in the old days. I'm saying it's better in the future. It's better next year. Because we're finally getting rid of the fucking hippies. We're finally getting rid of the fucking ravers. And we're finally going to see the end of these fucking festies. And what we're going to be left with is the artist worker core of Burning Man. So, John, I love you. And I love all your followers and your pink furry hats and all that hippie shit. And I hope you guys get to go to Burning Man for a long, long time. But I'm not going anymore because there's regionals to be done. So Burning Man is dead. It's over. You're being watched by the federalities anyways. Once you make it famous, boys, you got to hang up the hats. So this is FKO Radio. You're listening to it 6 to a.m. 3 to 6, 6 to 3, 6 to 9. You're listening to it. FKO Radio.